All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me this morning. So hopefully sound is okay. Today we are going to be doing a bar-based workout. So we're going to do a ballet bar-based workout. This is a class that I got the training for many years ago, and I never really got the chance to teach it. So this will kind of be my first time teaching this format, so be forgiving of me, because I guarantee I'm going to be making a few mistakes. I'm going to have arms and legs going every which way, and that's okay. The whole point is we're here and we're moving our bodies, and that's the most important thing, right? So this workout is meant to be completed barefoot. I know not everybody is comfortable doing barefoot workouts, and you may have other reasons why you choose not to do barefoot. But it would be a good idea if you can to at least try to do part of the warm-up with bare feet if you can. I completely understand wanting to wear socks if you want to wear socks, but I wouldn't wear socks on like a wood floor because you're just going to be really slippery. If you need to do socks on carpet, I understand that, but we're going to be doing a little bit of footwork in part of the warm-up, and then it's a good way to work on balance and to strengthen the muscles in our feet by doing some workouts barefoot. This workout only has a teeny tiny little bit of jumping maybe at the end, but you do not have to jump at all if you don't want to. You can absolutely just do heel lifts instead, and that is perfectly fine. So the most important thing is that you're here and you're working out and you have fun. If you feel comfortable with it and you are on YouTube, you can go ahead and comment in the chat. There is a way to do chat. I'm not super familiar with it, so you can comment and say hi, or I know some of you have my number, so you can always just text me and be like, hey, we're here. Or if you're watching this later, welcome, and thank you for watching the recording. Everything is good. So, but I'm liking these Saturday surprises. I like being able to just kind of throw something out there and do something that I don't do on a normal, regular basis. And I'm going to mix it up a lot. So I've done a mobility session just as a test. And then last week I did a 3-2-1, 3 minutes of cardio, 2 minutes of strength, 1 minute of core. And that was a good one. And then today we're going to try a bar workout. I will say, if you need to use a chair or a countertop or something, you can. It's going to be a little bit tricky because we do the right side and then we go right into doing the left side. So you might have to adjust a little bit. And then if you have a ball kind of like this is not weighted, it just has air in it. If you have something similar to this, great, go ahead and grab it. Or if you've got a yoga block, couple of the floor exercises we're going to be doing are use a yoga block or this, or you can do the exercises without them. That's perfectly okay. You do not have to have this to do the workout. So we've got just a couple more minutes and then we will go ahead and get started. So make sure that you've got water, make sure you've got space that you can move around a little bit. We're not doing a lot of side to side, moving from one end of the room to the other. We're kind of in place. We do a little bit in the way of sways, but so you just need a little bit of space. And again, if you need a chair or anything like that, then we will be good to go. Hey, I've got somebody that just texted me and said that they are with me on YouTube. So good. Good morning. Welcome. This will be a fun one. This one, you're thinking, oh, this isn't so bad. And then at the end, you're going to be like, oh my goodness. So it's a little bit of cardio, but it's like steady cardio, a little bit of strength, and then it's a lot of balance work. It's a lot of balance work, which makes it kind of fun. And you can see I am not a dancer. Some of the training that I did, there were dancers in the training, and some of the trainers used to be dancers, and it's like, that is not me. That is not me. All right. We are going to go ahead and get started. So if you feel up to it, let me know. As long as the sound is okay, everything should be good. We're just going to start with our feet hip width apart. And I want you to think about massaging the ground with your feet. So we're just kind of doing some scrunches. Lift your toes and scrunch. So good scrunches. All right, now we're going to do heel toe rock. So heels and toes. So we're lifting and lifting, waking up those ankles. 4 more. 3, 2. All right, now we're just going to lift the toes. So lift the toes, set them down, big toe to pinky toe. Lift your toes, set them down, big toe to pinky toe. Good, lift, set them down. I know it's kind of hard to see. Lift, set them down. Now we're going to lift, spread, set them down, pinky to toe to big toe. Lift, spread, pinky toe to big toe. And if you've got to use your hands to help, you can. Last one, lift, spread. All right, roll right foot. Roll through the foot, other side. Good, so just roll and roll. So we want to think about rolling through the ball of the foot and the big toe. Good. Lift, lower. So this is a good way to wake up the feet. We use a lot of feet in this class, a lot of muscles. 2 more. All right, we're just going to start with a little half squat. So down and up. And we're going to start to add in a shoulder roll. So down, roll on the way up. They're just little mini half squats. 2. We're going to change it. Half squat, elbows roll back. Down and elbows. Now we're going to change it. Down and circle. 2 more. We're going to do one of each. Good. So half squat, roll, half squat, elbows, circle. Now we're going to do a cat-cow. Good. So down, roll, down, elbow, down, circle, cat-cow. Good. Couple more of these. So just add a little change. Here's our cat-cow. 1 more. Down, shoulder, then elbow, then circle, cat-cow. Hold it here. Open and close. So it's very gentle. Good. 4, 3, 2. Now find a neutral spine. We're going to open and close, right then left. So my knees are soft. I'm opening the shoulder back behind me, and it's okay if your movement is really small. 2. We're going to add a straighten of the leg. So straighten and straighten. So whatever arm goes back, we're going to straighten that leg. 4, 3, 2. Good. Back to our cat-cow. So we just inhale and exhale. So if I turn, you can stay up. You can also go slower and do half as many. 3, 2. Good. Now we're just going to squat it out. So down and up. So a little deeper than our half squats. How deep you go is up to you. We push our hips back, yes? Let's bring our feet closer together. We're going to slow it down at a turn up. Turn out, down. We come up, we turn out. Good. We go down, come in, up, we turn out. Down and up. 1 more. Down and up. Can we speed it up? Down and open. So we kind of pivot on our heels. It's okay if we're not turning way out to the side. We're not auditioning. At least I'm not. Good. Keep the toes in the front. Little knee pushes forwards. So before we were doing hips back, now we're doing knees forward. You may feel a little bit more quad, a little bit more glute. 2. Let's add the turnout. Slow. Down, up, turn out. Good. So down, Bring it up. Forward, push it forward. Want to stay tall. I keep wanting to push my hips back. Good. We're going to speed it up. Down and up. So a little bit of knees, but we're not pushing them way forward. So I'm feeling it a little bit down here, yes, and a little bit here. 2. Let's hold that turnout, little knee bend. Nice and tall. So a little tail feather tuck, sliding your back against the wall. 4. And if you need to, turn them in. 2. All right, hold it here. We're gonna take it down. This is a hard one. Lift your heels. Stand up tall, heels down. Yes, down, lift. This is the start of your balance work. Good. Let's do a couple more slow down. Now, if you need to, yes, you can hold on to something. Up and down. This is why we warm up those feet. Little plie. Lift the heel. Stand up tall. Down. Let's try to go a little faster. Down, lift, up. Here we go. Down. Now we can start to make it a little bit more of a roll. Yeah? Good. We have 4 more. So remember, if you feel like your knees are knocking in, you're going to turn the toes in a little bit. Down, up, lift. Last one. Down, up. Little knee bends right here, just little knee bends. Now let's step it out into a wider plie position. Same rules. Turn the toes forward if you need to, but we're staying nice and tall here. Let's do those roll throughs. Down, lift, up, heels down. Good. Down, lift, up, and down. Let's go ahead and speed it up. Down, lift, up, heels. So arms. Good. Down, lift. Last one. Keep the legs nice and wide. We're going to start to sway. So we're going to do a little open the book, and we're going to sway side to side. Good. 4, 3, 2. We're going to slow it down. We're going to trace the clock. So we're going to do a side bend, drape to the front, side bend other side, come up nice and tall. Side bend, drape to the front, side bend, bring it up. A couple more slow. So trace the clock, bring it around. Other side, we're waking up our spine. Good. Side bend, trace, side bend, up. We're going to speed it up a little bit. So side, circle, side, and open. Side, circle. One more. Good. Now we're going to take it to the side, and we're going to hold it, and we're going to wave. So wake up the shoulders. Now we're going to change it where we do a little weight shift here. Yes? Point the toe, shift, point the toe. Now we're going to change it again. Out, bring it in. Option 1, you tap the toe close to your other foot. Option 2, 4, right here. 3, 2. Now we're all going to hold it, and we're going to hold our balance right here. Yes, 4, 3, 2, heels down, and we're just going to go back for our little knee bends. Yes, little knee bends. Good. We're going to take it wide. So out. Back to, this is our second position. Nice and tall. I'm already breathing a little bit heavy. Can you believe it? 3. Good. 2. Now we're going to do our sways. We're going to close the book. Close and open. And it doesn't have to be this huge movement, right? Good. So sway. Gentle knee push, open the spine. Good. We're going to trace the clock, other side. So little side bend, drape to the front, side bend, come up nice and tall. Side bend, circle front, side bend, open big. 2 more slow. circle. We're just waking up the spine, keeping our glutes nice and tight and our ribs tucked under so that we can support our back. Speed it up. Side, circle. So we want to try to make it more of a flow now, if we can. Side. Last one. Good. Take it to the side and we're just going to wave. So knee is gently pushed out. We're just doing nice good side bends, yes? 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to add that push. So side bend, push. So we just shift our weight pushing off of this leg. Now let's try to bring it in a little bit closer right here. Now if you can, bring it in. Tap the toe. We call this find your knee. Good. 4, 3, keep it low if you need to. Now we're all gonna bring it up and we're gonna hold it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, heels down, just gentle knee bends. Now, this is your chance to grab a quick drink of water before we get started with our combinations. So this is a good chance. I'm gonna keep moving, I'm feeling okay. But we're just gonna do little knee bends right here. I'm gonna center myself. All right, first combination, we're going to dip and point to the front. Dip and point to the front. So dip and point. Yes, dip and point. We're gonna speed it up. So dip, point. So just our little plie, and we're gonna think forward and up, forward and up. Yes, bring it in, heels together, other side. Dip, point to the front. Dip, point to the front. Yes, dip and point, dip and point. We're gonna speed it up for 7, down and up. So just a little bend, bring it up. Good, 3 more. The hard part for me is gonna be remembering to only do 7. Good, we're gonna bring the heels to the front. So we're gonna dip, we're gonna point. Shift your weight, lift the back leg, point the toe. Yes, dip, point, shift your weight, lift the back leg, shift it back and point, down. So dip, point your toe. Arrow, take it back. Yes, down, up, arrow. Now we're gonna speed it up. Try it without arms. Down, up, lift, take it back. Dip, point, lift. So a little bit of weight shifting here. So we're gonna add in arms. Down, up. You can see I keep forgetting my dip. Bring it to the center, down, lift, down, other side. Dip, point your toe. Shift your weight, point your toe. Dip, point your toe, shift your weight into arrow, and point. Down, up, arrow, and point. Good. Last time slow. Point, arrow, and point. Speed it up. We're just gonna start with no arms, and it doesn't matter how high that leg in the back gets, right? Down, up, shift, down, point, arrow. Let's add those arms. Out, up, reach, down, up, reach. Good, bring it in the center. All right, we're just gonna do dips here. Or not dips, but I should say mini bends. Mini plies. See, I added in that extra one. I almost forgot we're only doing 7, so we can transition. Good, 2, New move. Here we go. Point to the front, circle back. Point and circle. Good. Point to the front, circle back. We're going to add arms, point to the front, open. Let's speed it up. Forward and open. So we want to think good glute squeeze, good chest. 4, 3, and actually this is our last one. Bring the heels together, other side. Point to the front, circle back. Point and circle. So you can add a little knee bend when you point, and then we circle and open. Point and open. Here's 7. So forward and back. So if I turn, good. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in the center. Little knee bends, down and up. See, that one was pretty simple, right? That one wasn't too bad. This is going to be the hardest one we do. Good. So now we're going to find the knee, extend, point the toe, heels together. Good. Find your knee, extend, point the toe, feet together. A couple more times. So hold on to something if you need to. Extend the knee, point the toe, pull it back in. Good. Find your knee, extend, toe, and now we're going to try to speed it up. So up, out, point, and down. So up, out, point, and down. Up, up, open, up, up, open. So you can see when I get the arms in here, that's when I start to kind of goof up. 2 more. Last one. Up, up, down, bring it in, heel pop. Good. Other side. Here we go. Find your knee. And it's okay if it's your ankle. Good. Take it out. Bring it down. Pull it back in. So find your knee. Extend. Point. Pull it back in. Think about your legs. Up. Good. Quad right here. Down and in. We've got one more slow. Up. Extend. Down and in. We're going to speed it up. So find your knee, extend, point the toe, pull it back in, up, out, down. And you can see I start to wobble and fall over, and it's okay. This is good too. Yes? Let's bring it up, out, down, and in, up, reach. Good. One more, up, out, and heel pop. So plie. Heel pop, bring it in, down and up, down and up. Nice and slow. Yeah, that was kind of the hardest coordination thing we have to do and a little bit more of a balance challenge. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it a little bit wide. So into a nice good second position. So this is where you have the option to jump or not to jump. Please do not ever feel you have to jump. You don't. Down. Now we're going to do a little precursor. So we're going to take it down, hold, up, down, and bring it up again. So down, we're going to lift, up, down, bring it up. So we're going to speed it up a little. We're going to do down, toes, down, and then just stand. Down, toes. So we down and up, down, heel lift, heels down, bring it up. Down, heel, down, and up. Down, lift, down, up. Good. If you want to add the arms, so down, lift. Now we're just going to do heel lifts all the time. Down, lift, down, lift. Keep that core tight. Good balance work. 3, 2, down, heel, down and up. Down, heel, down, all the way tall. Down, heel. Good. Arms up. Here comes the hard part. We're just gonna do down heel, nice and quick. Down, up. Option 1, option 2, 4, 3, 2, down and up, down, up right here. Nice and tall. Chest over your hips. Good. So new move. So that was it. That's all we gotta do for jumping today. So what we're going to do is we're gonna plie, turn to a lunge, plie, bring it back in the center, yes? So down, back leg we pivot, bring it back, and nice and tall. Good, down, turn, center. Good, a little quicker, join with me. Down, turn, down, and up, up. Close, open, close. Good. All right, we're gonna go the other side, nice and slow. Plie, knee bend, turn for a lunge, open, stand tall. Take it down, turn, open, and up. We've got 2 more. Take it down, shoulders relaxed, keep them away from your ears. Good. How wide your legs go, completely up to you, yes? Turn, open, tall. We're gonna speed it up. Down, turn, open, and up. So no jumping in this, right? This is just a little bit of leg work. Down, nice and tall. 4. So this leg stays right where it is, right? It doesn't go anywhere. My back one just pivots, so my hips are pointing to the side. Good, bring it up, walk it in. We're just gonna shake it out a little bit. Grab a quick drink of water. We're gonna head down to the floor. We're gonna do some core work. And I am going to turn on a fan. I did not do that earlier, and my goodness, it's definitely a little toasty. So this workout is really only meant to be like a good 30, 40 minute workout. So we're all right. So this is the chant. If you have the ball or you have the yoga block, grab it. You don't have it, that's okay. You can absolutely do the exercises without them. You'll just need to pay a little bit more attention to what your body is doing. So for a couple exercises, for the first exercise, if you have a ball, you're gonna put it behind your back. The yoga block doesn't work well. Couple of other exercises, you're gonna hold on to this or you're going to put it between your knees, whichever one you have. If you still feel like your heart rate and your breathing are a little elevated, because mine is, but I'm sure some of that is just adrenaline and my pre-workout, you can wait to come down to the floor and join in with us a little bit later. It's okay, you don't have to come down right away. So we're gonna take it down. Some of my students have done this one with me before. They're called earthquakes. So you're gonna sit nice and tall. If you've got the ball, you're gonna place it behind your sacrum, behind your pelvis. It's not going into your low back. It's going kind of at the top of your pelvis, right where, kind of where your SI joint is. If you do not have this, you're gonna do the same exercise. It's just gonna feel a little bit different. So knees bent, feet flat, if you can get them there. Nice and tall, little C curve, and you're just gonna take it back and you're just gonna hold it. Now for me, I notice when I have the ball, they call these earthquakes for a reason, because you start to shake, especially if you're a little bit weak in the core. And if you don't have the ball, that's okay. Go ahead and lean back, make sure we're not laying back. Little C curve. If you need to make it harder, one leg up and then the other, or you can take both legs up, but we just wanna hold it. If you do Pilates, you're gonna think like boat. So you're just gonna be nice and tall. We don't wanna hunker, we don't wanna lift. So we don't wanna look at the ceiling, we're kind of looking where the wall and the ceiling meet. Good, grab the thighs, bring it up nice and tall. So deep breaths, we're gonna do that again. I'm gonna demonstrate without the ball, a way to make it a little harder. So let's take it back. So if you've got the ball, you probably just need to hold it. If you are here, you're gonna lean back, and then you're just gonna bring your ribs a little bit farther in, like you're doing a little bit of a harder crunch. Make sure that you're breathing. So you're not bringing the body forward and we're not trying to curl. Just think about tucking your ribs a little bit deeper in towards your spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it up. Shake it out. We're going to flip over hands and knees. We're going to do bird dogs, and you're going to hold on to either the ball or the yoga block or whatever you have. We're just going to find a nice, good, stable position. Wrist is under your shoulders, knee is under your hips. Hip width apart, shoulder width apart, so we don't want to let our hips go back to our heels. We're going to take the hand that has the ball or the block. We're going to reach. So nice and long, like you want to touch the wall with the ball and with your heel. Now we're going to bring it in. We're going to do a little crunch, and we're going to bring the ball towards the knee. So we reach out, and we bring it in. So it's a little crunch. It's not a huge one. We're not trying to tuck and get our head down. Just a good reach. Bring it in. So inhale long. Exhale like when we do cat-cow. But we do not do the arch like you would with cat-cow. You want to think long. Reach. Bring it in. Last one. Out. Good. We're going to switch sides. I'm going to turn so you can see. So find your position. Reset if you need to. I prefer toes tucked under. So brace your core. It's not an arch or a round. It's right in the middle. Shoulders down. Here we go. So reach it out. Bring it in. Reach. So as we take the arm and the heel forward, we lengthen. And then we add a little crunch, a little exhale. Inhale. And out. In. So really think nice stable core. We're squeezing the glutes. Good, couple more. Out and in. Last one, out and in. Sit back, circle the wrists. Give yourself a little bit of a break. We're gonna do glute bridges. You can take the yoga block or the ball and put it between your thighs, or you can put it under your feet. If you're going under your feet with the ball, you definitely want to make sure that you are nice and steady. This is harder than you think it is. Putting it on the block is nice. We're just gonna do glute bridges. So I'm gonna demonstrate. So between the thighs, so not between the knees, between the thighs. We're gonna do a little tail feather tuck. So it's press that low back gently into the floor, brace the core. We're just going to lift, and then we're gonna lower. So bring it up and down. So when we come up, we don't wanna lift the hips and forget to bring the rest of the torso with us. But we also don't wanna lift so high that we're arching our backs and putting a lot of strain on them. So lift and lower. So think about opening the hips right at that crease. Push your knees towards your toes. Keep that core braced. We're gonna have our ribs stacked over our hips, pulled in just a little bit. So this is glute work. Heels closer, more glutes. Heels farther away, more hamstrings. Good, just a few more. Lift and lower. Lift. Good, keep going. I'm just gonna put this under my feet for a moment. This is where you wanna make sure you've got a nice steady ball and you're feeling secure. Good, last one. And bring it in. We're gonna take the ball or the yoga block or nothing. Knees bent, feet flat. I am going to have my feet a little farther out. Option one, we crunch and we roll the ball up to our knees and then we roll it back. You can also just walk your hands up your knees, up your thighs to your knees, and bring it up. Option two, make this a little bit harder. We're gonna walk it up. We're gonna sit all the way up. Roll it to your ankles. Then you're going to bring it all the way up and you're slowly going to roll it back down again. Option, if you don't want to lie on your back right now, you can take this and walk it and then you go to here. Instead of going all the way down, you come halfway down. Everybody has a preference, but I think we need to be able to get up and down out of bed, right? We need to be able to sit up. And it's okay if your crunch looks a little ugly, as long as it's not looking super floppy. We don't want to come back and then just drop down, right? We want to protect our spines. We want to be strong, but we want to protect our spine. So we take it down. Good. Last one. Bring it all the way up. Roll it. And then we bring it all the way down. Good. We're going to take that ball to the side. We're going to stay up. I'm just going to turn. So we're going to do bicycles. And I'm trying to read my notes. They're pretty far away. If you've got the ball, I lied. If you've got the ball, you can put it under your sacrum. Again, not under your low back, under your sacrum. But we're going to do bicycles. Legs only. Legs only. Hands on the floor. So low back pressed into the floor. We're going to do bicycles in and out. Now, the higher you are, the easier this is. The lower you go, the harder this is going to be. Low back stays pressed into the floor. We do not want to allow our low back to arch, and we don't want to do a lot of rounding. So think about pulling that low back down into the floor and keeping it there. Somebody just put something really, really, really heavy on your tummy, and it's helping to press your low back into the floor. The ball just adds a little instability. So hands on the floor. I like palms facing up. Rest when you need to. We're kind of going for a little bit of endurance here. So we want to hold that steady. Think like if you've ever done a dead bug or a plank. Pull that belly in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set those feet down. Take the legs out straight. Give yourself a nice good stretch. Nice good stretch. We've got a couple more exercises. Super simple. We're going to take it all the way down. And we're going to think about pointing our toes. Each hip moves independently. We're going to draw circles on the ceiling. So very small circles. Movement comes from our hips. We don't want to bring it down and do knee circles, and we don't want to do circles way down. Low back is pressed into the floor. Use your big toe to draw circles on the ceiling. Good, let's go the other direction. Nice, good circles. So really think about controlling this with your hips. Your circles might look a little bit more like ovals or squares, and that's okay. All right, bring it in. Last, most challenging exercise. One leg goes up, the other leg goes down. If you need to make this easier, bend your knees. This is all right. Yes? Last little bit of core. So bent knee, tap the toes. One knee into the chest, toe to the ground. Make it harder. Bring it in. It's okay if your leg does not touch the ground. You're good. 2, and 1. We're going to bring it in. We're going to take it down. We're going to take those legs out nice and straight. Low back pressed into the floor as close as you can get it. So pull those ribs in. And I want you to notice how straight you are or are not able to get your legs. Good. Let's take that right ankle, cross it across our left thigh, and let that right knee drift out to the side. Hips are staying level. Low back stays pressed to the floor as close as you can get it this whole series. Switching sides. So ankle over thigh, just above the knee. Take that knee out. If you want to deepen the stretch, you squeeze your cheek. Good. Bring it in. Left knee is bent. Foot is flat on the floor. Low back into the floor. Right leg. Squeeze the quad. Pull the toes up to the ceiling. Lift and lower. So no movement in the core, just the leg lift. Last one, right here. We're going to hold it. We should feel a stretch. We should not feel pain. Good. Set it down. Switching sides. So squeeze the quad to straighten the knee. Flex the foot. Low back is tight. Here we go. Lift and lower. And you may notice one leg is easier than the other. So that just lets you know which one is tighter. Good, bring it up. We're going to hold it right here. Good stretch. Set it down. Switching sides, same setup for the legs, but this time we're going to lift And we're going to take it straight out to the side and bring it back in. Your opposite hip and shoulder stay on the floor. Good. Out and in. Now we take it out and hold it. Little inner thigh stretch, sort of. Bring it in, set it down, switch sides. So straight leg, bring it up, and it's okay if it's down here. You're just gonna take it straight out and bring it in. Out and in. We just don't want to let it go down and down and down and then hit the floor. Good. Last one. Just a little inner thigh stretch. Hips are flat. Bring it in. Set that foot down. Bottoms of the feet are touching. We're going to do a little frog stretch. So kind of adjust. Again, low back stays pressed to the floor. Knees drift out to the side. Squeeze the glutes if you can. You don't have to. You can keep the glutes relaxed, but we still want to keep that tuck. Good. Bring it in. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. We're going to use the right outer thigh to pull the knee into a good figure four. Now we're going to bring the right foot across the body, foot flat. Right arm is going to reach up. So we should be getting a little bit of a chest stretch, a little torso stretch, and then I feel this right in my hips. Release, bring it in the center, switch sides. So ankle just above the thigh, use those muscles, pull this knee out, figure four, bring it across the body, foot flat. Again, arms are reaching up. So exhale, loosen each breath. Release, bring it back in the center, cross your left thigh over your right. We're gonna use our thigh and our leg to help us. We're gonna pull that right leg across the body, and your right arm is gonna go overhead again. Now you can see my knee is not getting to the floor. That's okay, but I feel a stretch in my hip, and that's what I want. Good, bring it in, switching sides. So cross at the thighs, pull it across the body, and we're gonna add that nice good arm reach. Bring it in and release. And now we're gonna take those legs out straight again, and we're gonna see, do you feel looser? I feel looser. I feel like it's easier for me to straighten out a little bit. Good, bring the knees up, roll yourself to the side, and we're just gonna do a couple of open books. So we're just gonna lock the legs in. We're just gonna take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, we open. Inhale, center, and then exhale, open again. Good, now we're just gonna quick roll over to the other side. Do the same thing on the other side. So knees are kind of in line with the belly button. Inhale, and as we exhale, we open back behind us. It's okay if you don't touch the floor. Inhale, forward. Exhale. And inhale. And then we're gonna roll ourselves up to the side and then up to a seated position. Give the blood a minute to figure out where it's going. We're gonna take the legs a little bit wide, nice and tall, and we're just going to do S to S. So hands can be by your hips. We're just doing internal, external rotation here. So good side. Here's 2 and 1. And we're just gonna hold it to a side, and we're gonna come to a hands and knees position. So good hands and knees, shoulders away from the ears. We're gonna inhale, exhale. Good, one more time. Inhale, exhale. Neutral spine, sit back. We're gonna come to a half kneeling stance. So one foot in front, tuck your tail feathers, squeeze your glute. You're gonna do just a gentle push forward, feeling a stretch in your hip and your thigh. And now we're going to just give ourselves a nice good pat on the back. Let's bring it down. We're gonna switch sides. So again, tuck the tail, squeeze the glute. This may be enough of a stretch for you. If you need a little bit deeper, you keep this reach, and then you add a little push forward. Tricep, you can do here, or you can do here. Bring it down. We're gonna come up to standing, so pull that foot back. Hand on the thigh, push through the front leg, stand nice and tall. One hand reaches back for the other, squeeze the shoulder blades together. If you can't reach, that's okay. Just squeeze and pull like you're trying to reach for your glutes or reach for your heels. All right, bring it down, roll the shoulders. And shoulders down. We're gonna take ear to shoulder, side to side. And as we take our ear to our shoulder, we think about our opposite shoulder reaching up towards the ceiling. Bring the head up, look to the right, look to the left. Good, here's 2, 1, bring it in. We're just gonna take nice deep breaths in and out. Last one, big breath in and out. And you are all done. Yay, give yourself a nice good pat on the back for doing an awesome job. I'm giving myself a pat on the back because I didn't goof it up too badly, although you could see where my arms were just kind of going every which way. But that's okay, right? Because this is kind of a new format for everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and please feel free to let me know if there are any particular class formats or things that you would like to see on the Saturday surprise. There are a couple things I can't do, basically due to music licensing and my licensing agreement with a couple of my certifications. I was going to do line dancing, and I can't because I don't have the music licensing for it. So, but if you have ideas or things that you would like to see, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I would love to know what you thought about this class, see if we'll bring it in the rotation a little bit more often on Saturday. Have a wonderful day, and I will hopefully see you again. Bye.